Hello and welcome to Leo and Aries Love Story Tarot Reading. You, the viewer, can have your sun, moon, Venus, or rising in either Leo or Aries, and then the person that you are with needs to be a sun sign, Leo or Aries. Okay, so for you, the viewer, Leo or Aries could be your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus sign, as long as you are in connection with a Leo or Aries sun. Okay, I just want to make that disclaimer. This is going to be a very personal reading. We are going to look at your soul contract, the level of emotion that is between you at this time, your journey, your life journey, your love story, a lot of different stuff. Okay, so I will read this side as Leo and this side as the Aries energy. So let's get right in. You both are fire energy, so you are represented by the tetrahedrons, and there is a definite spiritual kinship and connection that comes through with an Aries and Leo connection. A lot of fire, okay? Because think of it like this: Leo is ruled by the sun and Aries is ruled by Mars. So Aries can very much be pushy and I want my way, this is the best way, and can be met against a lot of resistance by Leo. Also, Aries can feel like they are in the shadow because Leo is ruled by the sun. So Leo needs a lot of attention, and that's not a bad thing. They're ruled by the sun. Okay, so there could be some power struggles between Aries and Leo just because of their different ruling planets. Leo being the sun, let me shine, let me stand out, and Aries, being ruled by Mars, I want my way, it's got to be this way, and it's got to be this way now. And with both of you being fire, that can cause some crazy fights. Okay, but also both being fired, there is a beautiful kinship at the soul between the two of you, like best friends. Okay, so let's look at Leo's emotion and karmic energy, and I'm going to pull the dice for both of you before I get in too much to what it says. All right, so Leo is coming through as a 3 in the karmic and a 1 in the love energy, and that is beautiful. Okay, so you see here for the heart, Leo is at a 1, and that's true love. Okay, and then here with the karmic energy, Leo is going to go through several karmic relationships, so that may or may not impact your union. Okay, so let's look at Aries now. All right, what do we have? Okay, so Aries is coming through as a 6 with the heart energy, and what is that? A 4 with the karmic energy. So the Aryan energy in this connection is definitely going through some life lessons, and a lot more than this Leo energy is, because over here, coming through as a 3 with karmic energy, Leo is going to go through 3 very strong karmic relationships throughout their life journey in the romantic department, and that could create some emotional baggage for Leo, that could create some karma for Leo. Okay, but that's the main shadow energy that Leo brings in to this relationship. And again, this could play out with between the two, Aries and Leo. There could be some third parties, some karmics, or it could just be that Leo has some emotional baggage coming into the connection because of what they've been through in the karmics. However, showing as a 1 in the emotional department, in the heart space, they see Aries as their true love. Like, they will never love another deeper than they love their Aries. Okay, and now over here for Aries, coming through as a 6 in the heart energy, Aries also has some emotional baggage, okay, coming into this connection. Or if there is third party issues on Leo's behalf that could create a lot of emotional baggage in Aries, okay? But nonetheless, there is showing as a 6, there's a lot of emotional trauma that Aries has been through in their life, okay? This could go all the way back to childhood, or this could just talk about romantic partnerships, because coming through as a 4 with the karmic energy, that's the universal reflection that entails deep learning and soul evolution. So Aries is a very wise old soul underneath it all, and the karmic energy that Aries deals with is more of like an instantaneous, the universe is the reflection of Aries. I just feel more spiritual energy coming from Aries, like more evolution, and that doesn't mean Leo is less than in any way. It's just Aries has more soul evolution from the lifetimes that Aries has been working through, and this lifetime is no different. Aries signed up for a lot of life lessons and a lot of soul lessons, and that's why the karmic energy is the universal teacher, like things being reflected back to Aries. Aries having a special language and connection with the universe, understanding things on a different wavelength than maybe Leo does, okay? And again, that doesn't make Leo less. I'm just showing you the energies that are coming through, where Aries is at, where Leo is at. And we'll pull more cards. There's definitely great affection within Aries for Leo. However, I feel for this energy, there's their attention, there's a lot of other things going on in their life, and it doesn't mean like they're juggling multiple romantic relationships. It just means that they have a lot of focus, like on career, family, personal improvement, like a lot of different areas. And I don't think I mentioned this in the intro. This reading will resonate the most when you are aligned to it about your Aries Leo connection, okay? So let's take a look at the greatest strength that exists between the two of you. All right, we've got a 6, and this tells me, rolling as a 6, that there are multiple strengths within this relationship. It's multiple faceted, so you guys are like, best friends. You have good communication. Your strengths are, the weakness of the other, and vice versa. So you balance each other out very well with your different skill sets and life experience and understanding. Okay, so you guys do, for the most part, feel like a very nice fit with each other. You have a lot of commonalities with each other, which, creates an even deeper bond between the two of you, because, again, both coming through as fire, you just get each other in a very special way. And I do feel that you communicate with each other at the soul, even if you don't realize it in the conscious mind, okay? So there are multiple strengths to this connection. Let's look at a weakness. All right, what do we have here? Okay, so you're coming through as the 2, and I'm not surprised to see this. Can you see that it's a 2? Let me see if I put my hand over it. No, oh, there you go. Perfect, like a 2. A 2 for your weakness in this connection is emotional baggage, okay? And I'm not surprised to see that, because we see emotional baggage coming through on both sides of this connection, okay? So you both have an element of emotional baggage that you are suffering with and going through when you come into union with each other, and that is primarily the main issue that you guys will face, because again, it's like you are best friends, you're kindred spirits, you just get each other, you like a lot of the same things. When you are in a good space, the conversation and the communication just flows, and I feel you guys very close. However, the emotional baggage and trauma that you both experienced prior to the union, that is messy, that causes conflict, that creates insecurities and jealousies and fights and arguments between the two of you that really aren't about the two of you or the relationship you share. So know this, the remedy to this connection is healing the emotional baggage. So let's take a look at your soul contract and see what's coming through there. All right, what do we have? We have a 6. And in this, you guys will have many life lessons experienced with each other for your own evolution. And, you know, that does pair with this emotional baggage that you both have suffered. And that emotional baggage is created because of the connection and journey that you guys are going to share. That emotional baggage is going to be explored and dealt with through different life lessons that you experience together. And as a couple, as a union, there's different external experiences that are going to happen that will impact the relationship. But again, these are life lessons. You signed up for a lot of life lessons to be experienced with each other this life journey. One is to really unpack the emotional baggage, face it, heal it, evolve, and grow beyond. And, you know, another one is also like a lot of these external factors that impact the connection, and you guys have to become more resourceful, or, you know, one of you be really strong for the other and vice versa at different periods of time. So this connection runs very, very deep. Your roots, you know, there's no end to them. This is a very beautiful, loving relationship at the core. But again, this emotional baggage does create some issue for the two of you. Okay, let's pull a spirit guide and see what spirit guide oversees this union between Leo and Aries. We have a shaman of sorrows. And so a shaman coming through is an ascended, evolved soul. I'm not surprised to see this just because of all the energies in between. But shaman of sorrows. So you guys are definitely, this emotional baggage is a big factor in your connection. And again, this either comes in with both of you, and then also just because of that, there can be some things that happen and play out within this connection that creates more emotional damage and baggage within each other. Okay, and with the shaman of sorrows, this is a lifetime for both of you, as well as this connection, to really heal and evolve and overcome the emotional damage of this life journey, and maybe even life journeys of past. So this spirit guide comes in, very wise, evolved, powerful being, to make sure that you both learn the life lessons that you signed up for at a soul with each other, because that's the main thing of your soul contract for this lifetime, is those life lessons. All right, so let's get into your energy. So show me Leo when it comes to Aries. Whoa, there's a lot going on in Leo for Aries. I just almost dropped the cards, but remember, Leo sees Aries as their true love. Okay, so challenges. Even though Aries is the true love, there is definitely challenges to this connection that Leo feels and sees. And again, it comes back to this emotional baggage within each of you. How does Aries feel? Look at that. Be mine. Love it. There is a passionate connection between the two of you. And, you know, if anything, I'm kind of feeling like if anybody pulls back in this connection, it's more of Leo than it is Aries, which is interesting because I do see that for Leo, Aries is their true love. There is nobody that Leo is ever going to love more than Aries, okay? It's just, I mean, right there. And for Aries, you know, coming into this connection, Aries is a little more afraid, is a little bit shy about opening their heart space, okay, just because of everything that Aries has been through. However, there's nobody like Leo, and this connection is just amazing, out of this world. So show me Leo's heart, mind, and soul. Hearts. Knight of Swords. There's a lot left unsaid in the heart of Leo. Mind. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we might be in separation. And Soul. We've got the Devil coming through. Okay. So for Leo, Aries is true love. Like, this is my love of my life. However, there's a lot that's left unsaid in my heart. Right now in my mental body, can I make it on my own? Am I better off on my own? Can I be independent on my own? And at the soul, with the Devil coming through, Leo really needs to face the emotional baggage within these karmic connections, or it could be that karmic connections prevent a union at this time, okay? Or there's a separation within this connection, with the Devil being in the soul space for Leo. It's like karmic relationships, contracts is the focus, or there's just a lot of emotional baggage right now that gets in the way of everything. Okay, show me Aries for Leo. Aries for Leo, heart, mind, and soul. Right, in the heart space, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So Aries, feeling like maybe this relationship is a dead end, or like, how do we get past our differences? Because there is a lot of beautiful energy between the two of you. I see that in your connection and the strength of this relationship. But the emotional baggage you both bring to the table makes it very hard, and you both realize that. All right, in the mind, look at this. Aries is at the Hanged Man. So Aries maybe being stubborn. Aries needs to come into a new perspective about this connection in order to move forward. And in the heart space, Aries is feeling like, is this all for nothing? You know, is this ever going to pan out? Is this ever going to manifest? And it's hard, this connection, because again, there is such compatibility here. But that emotional baggage, like, that is your kryptonite in this connection. And both of you needing to really face that, heal that, and overcome. And now in the soul, Aries coming through as the Empress. So at the soul, Aries is very pure for Leo. Okay, Aries is very pure for Leo. I think just based on these energies, Leo has some karma to work through. You know, and I'm trying to just keep with one very solid story. So if we are in union, yeah, there are issues that have got to be faced, that have got to be dealt with. You know, Aries wants Leo, Leo wants Aries, but man, this karmic energy, this emotional baggage really interferes and gets in the way. Absolutely. To the point where some of you may be in separation at this time, okay? So let's pull some more cards. Leo and Aries. Leo and Aries love story at the time they view this video. Missing you. Okay, so there's definitely a strong sense of separation here. Change habits. Look at that. Deep connection. Casual connection. Darn karmics. And courtship. Okay. So I do see the karmic interference coming through right here. And again, this could be actual things that are playing out at this time, or this could be the emotional baggage and damage from these karmics that you've both encountered, but mainly Leo. Leo has had a lot of karmic energy being resolved through romantic connections, family connections, as well as friend connections, just based on the dice that rolled out for them, okay? I do see a separation, so at the time you view this, like, you either are in separation, or this is like you are just now coming back together. I feel for all of you, really, this is about a separated connection, okay? And missing you. You both really miss each other, but this incompatibility, that damage within, like that has got to be fixed. And you both know that, like you've reached an impasse. Certain things have to change. It could be in one, it could be in both. But here we have this very beautiful, deep connection that exists between the two of you, whereas any relationship that Aries entertains or any other romantic relationship, that Leo entertains, or any other relationship romantically that Aries may entertain is only casual in comparison to what has been created between Leo and Aries in this union. Okay, the deep connection, it doesn't go away because there's more compatibilities between the two than incompatibilities. It's just where you are incompatible, the challenge, the struggle, it's big, it's a lot, it's hard to deal with. And we have courtship. So what this tells me is, this is not where we are married. And that doesn't mean you won't evolve into that. Okay. It's just, we've got to work through these issues, the emotional baggage, the karmic balance, to go into this energy of courtship, of truly getting to know each other and falling in love with each other with nothing that exists in between, because you guys have already created, the connection and the bond, but there's just these energies that have got to be faced and dealt with. And part of this, is what you guys signed up for at the soul, learning these life lessons, working through them together, or teaching each other different lessons, okay? And so here we've got to get to this space, and then in this space, that's when a very solid foundation is laid between the two of you moving forward into the future. So let's pull some tarot. Under missing you, Spirit of Swords. So this is, I want to talk to you. I want to work this out. I don't, like the way things are. And remember, this could be really strong for the Leo energy, because in the heart space, there's a lot of things that Leo has left unsaid to Aries. Now we have Sky Father under Change Habits, and this is the spirit guide coming in right here, your shaman of sorrows. This is your spirit guide letting you know that no matter what, I'm working with both of you, and everything happens for purpose, for a reason, and it's because there are habits that have to be changed, and these habits are part of the life lessons that both of you are working on. You have a spirit guide that's going to ensure that both of you figure it out and that you come back together when it's the right time, okay? Shaman of sorrows. That sorrows is talking about the emotional baggage and trauma that you both carry, that you both, through your connection, the challenges, the struggles, the strength, and the love, are both going to evolve from and heal and transform, okay? Under the deep connection, we've got the Six of Wands. So nobody, again, it doesn't matter if we're in separation and Leo's dating somebody, Aries is dating somebody else, it doesn't matter. All of these other connections that are entertained are only casual or karmic. They don't run as deep as this. The Six of Wands under deep connection, nobody shines like Leo to Aries, and nobody's flame and spark and chemistry allures Leo like Aries, okay? So this connection is fiery and spicy and passionate. You guys have all those physical check marks, okay? You guys really have it good there. However, it goes so much deeper than that. This goes all the way down to the soul and the soul bond that you share. So not only do you have this beautiful physical experience and attraction to each other, you're also connected at the soul. And I know there's love here, but that's where you both struggle because of the emotional baggage. So it's soul and very physical right now. It's not to say there's not emotions there, but that's the more pronounced energies coming through this reading. reading, and it's like we've got to work through the emotional baggage, and then that will become just as an intense factor. Okay, Six of Pentacles, casual connections. Yeah, I just kind of see, you know, both of you entertaining other people at various points during this separation, and nothing compares. Like, this is Six of Wands is standing out, recognition, fire, energy. Six of Pentacles is very steady. It's earth, it's give and take. It's like perfectly paired with this casual connection. It doesn't, there's no fire to it, there's no spark to it, there's no pizzazz to it. Also, with the Six of Pentacles, a balancing of karma through these karmic connections. And under courtship, we have movement of pentacles. Very nice. Yes, once these changes are made, okay, and the emotional baggage is dealt with, faced, and healed, and we come into this courtship, it lays down a solid foundation, and this is a very long-term romance that stems forth from it, okay? And this could already be a long-term romance. It's just until this emotional baggage is fully healed and these karmic energies are balanced out. And it's not to say Aries doesn't have karmic energies, but rolling on a 4, coming through as the universal reflection, it's more instantaneous for Aries. There's a different level of learning and things to be gained with that sort of karmic balance that takes place. And for Leo, these karmic energies really come from like previous lifetime that must be resolved this life journey, okay, if that makes sense. So it's a different way that Leo experiences as opposed to Aries, the karmic energies. So a lot of this third party karmic stuff does feel attached to the Leo energy. It's not to say Leo's a bad person, it's just what they have to deal with at the soul level. And Aries at the soul level agreed to join in this, and whatever Aries does and causes chaos in the connection, Leo agreed at the soul level to it, because again, you guys have a lot of life lessons that you are going to experience and evolve beyond through each other, as well as teaching each other. So this connection is anything but boring, and nobody can take your place, nobody can take their place. Once this connection was created, there was an awakening at the soul, and again, you always feel each other in that space. That's why we can never fully get away from each other. And both Aries and Leo look like they have some issues with the emotional body, and we've really gone through that, and you understand. So let's pull some more cards. Twin flame recognition, healing together, forever changed, reaching out, enchanting kiss. Yep, so everything that we have already received through this reading has just been confirmed, as the final spread here. Twin flame recognition. Nobody is like you, and nobody is like them. Greatest loves, like your true love, is found within each other. And look at this, the healing together, sitting right on top of change habits and your spirit guide. This is that emotional baggage and trauma created prior to the connection, as well as some of that happening during connection with each other. So it's time for healing, and after you meet, you're forever changed, and that's why you both feel haunted by each other, even if you feel like you're at an impasse or a brick wall. And now look at this, reaching out. So there is going to be a reconnection, absolutely. And again, here's the spicy connection between the two of you. So you've got it at the soul, and you feel it physically, and this is where that emotional ignition happens, when we're finally working working through and healing the trauma that is deep-seated in both of you, okay? So this is a very beautiful connection. Soulmates, twin flames, your true love, no question, okay? Absolutely no question. And right now, you know, from this reading, it's looking like the Leo energy is in a bit of a struggle, sees themselves as single, independent. Maybe I want to be on my own, but it's because they definitely have some karmic energies that they've got to work through that doesn't, that is not meant to impact Aries. Aries is not supposed to be along for that journey. And, you know, here's Aries, you know, at the soul space, or I'm sorry, the heart, wait, no, soul space, yes, sorry. Here's Aries at the soul space, very pure, very abundant, very stable, very grounded. Like the karmic energy is much different, okay? However, Aries is being very stubborn in the mind, very fixated, you know, in the belief system around this connection and around Leo, and that does require some work, because the Hanged Man is all about shifting perception. But also for Aries, the separation of this relationship does feel like a big sacrifice. Like I've put a lot of energy and effort into this connection just for it to like fizzle out and to fade away. But there is reconnection here. It's just really about these karmic energies being worked through, as well as, you know, the emotional baggage finally being faced within both of you, because it does exist within both. We see that as the greatest weakness to this connection is the emotional baggage and those karmic energies. And that's why you have a spirit guide specifically assigned Shaman of Sorrows. That's the heartbreak, the heartache, the drama, the trauma, the unhealed wounds within your heart and your soul, as well as within the heart and soul of your partner here, okay? So you have a spirit guide that oversees this. There will be a reunion. Nothing compares to this connection for either one of you. It's just the incompatibility feels much bigger than it is, because it's that emotional baggage that exists in between, okay? So those are your messages. That is your love story. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.